All right, welcome back to Put on the List, episode 102. If you counting, with me as always is Frankie Fairshot, aka Francisco. What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, man. How is the vast wasteland of hate been up for you?
It's been there's not a lot of hate happening since the last episode, and we're gonna talk about that. I
Interesting.
think maybe I turned the corner.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, hey, only thing we can do is what's up? What we got this week? Let us know.
We're gonna talk about this week. Ooh, we got a couple of trailers. We got one big one, which I did not watch. We're gonna let you handle that one.
Yes,
Some news, some nerd news, some Tarantino stuff, and some Netflixy stuff, and some trippy stuff, some AI stuff. We'll see how that goes. We watched way too much stuff. We watched some heaviness of Shogun, and we're gonna get into that. Maybe the best show of the year so far. I don't know, man. It is up there. We got a bunch of other shit we're going to talk about. Renegade Nell, I finished. You watched a little creepy corner,
a little
late
bit
night with the devil.
A little bit.
Yeah. We're going to get into that plus several more. I think we're going to start fighting about Argyle today because someone might have watched that one. Might get a little contentious. And we got some stuff to do the list. And we're going to go to our ultra sad, heartbreaking double feature today. How does that sound?
Sounds great and sad. Let's start the show.
Ooh, back. All right, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm glad you had a good week.
I think you're doing okay.
A bit of a rough sports week for this guy, but we'll talk about it later on their Bestie Worstie. But
okay. Curious
yeah.
about that one. I am not prepared for Bestie Worstie, but I will figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
You know what? It just came to me. I think I got it. All right.
Cool. I'm sure. Does it have a British accent? We'll move on. Yeah, man. So a little bit of up and down week, but we're here and we're here to do it.
Yeah. Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
You fucking whiner.
What?
Yes.
All
right. Trailers.
All right, man. First up, we'll talk about the elephant in the room, I guess, or the big dog in the house.
Yes, the big hairy clawed
and Wolverine.
The official trailer.
First time we got a full glimpse of almost everybody's favorite Wolverine, I guess. I don't know. Not my
the only Wolverine, possibly the best. We'll see.
So yeah. Trailer was okay.
Okay. I skipped it just so everyone knows who's listening, viewing. If there's something I want to watch, like a lot, I don't watch the trailers. I just watch the freaking thing.
Looks funny. Any spoilers.
I don't see how it can be anything but entertaining. At the very least, I think it's going to be really entertaining.
Yeah. It looks funny. You want anything to know about it, or
did it change your expectations in any good, bad, unexpected?
I think they held back a lot of the big sequences, which is good. You don't want to give shit away.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if it costs millions of dollars.
Apparently, they're trying to really hold back on this. Like, they're trying to really not spoil it. But
yeah. So the only thing I got from it is like there's a sequence where they kind of go. Remember those YouTube videos where they used to have like superhero beatdown? And then they would have been like, what if Darth Vader fought Batman?
Oh, sure.
You remember those videos?
Yeah.
So they kind of go, it's in the trailer. So they kind of like, they're fucking each other up for a little bit, So there's kind of that going on. And then a couple of things I picked up, like there was one scene where they were walking together and they're in their suits and Hugh Jackman looked jacked.
Does that make you happy?
No, that shit. I'm like, you work in the industry. I'm like, dude, those fucking arms are fake. Because later on, he's in a suit with sleeves. So I don't know if they're like, he ripped his sleeves off or something. So, when he looked jacked, I'm like, those aren't his arms. So yeah, it was interesting. Maybe
We'll
there's
find out.
those. I don't know, but in sleeves it looks small, and without sleeves it looks huge. Just a little thing I noticed, but whatever.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
But other than that, it looks fun, man. And the I can't remember what song they picked for the trailer. It looked cool. Sounded
Is
cool.
a theater experience for you?
For sure, bro. For sure.
Curious how it does. People are saying it's going to be the biggest Marvel film money wise since like Endgame. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll
It's
see.
gonna have a lot of baggage, not baggage, but a lot of like
A lot of ground to cover
anticipation.
And not just that, an R-rated film, which I think this is.
Oh yeah, the trailer's full R.
Those do not typically make anywhere near the amount of money as something like PG-13. So this will be Marvel's first R. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's plenty of vagina and dick jokes in this trailer.
There you go, just for you. All right, moving on, shall we?
Yeah, moving on. My guy Glenn Powell in The Hitman.
Yeah, Richard Linklater directing.
I'm not a big fan of him. Gotta be honest.
He's interesting. I think his films aren't really rewatchable. At least for me, I don't find them to be rewatchable. But I respect a lot of them, and some of them were better than others. And there's definitely some really cool ones, and there's other ones you're just like, I guess.
I write it out for Scanner Darkly.
This looks like it's in the middle of like it could be kind of commercially. It also looks a little. So what exactly is happening here? You know what I mean? Like, what were your thoughts?
The title Hitman is like, oh, and then it's a Linklater movie, and then you're like, oh, it's quirky, and you're like, oh, okay, so it's not gonna be John Wick.
It's not really about a hitman.
No. It's more like this guy's
situation,
job, like a job, maybe like, and not full on murder. So I don't know. It looks interesting. Looks like, hey, we're gonna see right now, man. He's not gonna be able to hide behind his smile in this one, right? Glenn Powell. He's gonna have to have an actual, but bring out his acting chops per se, and see what he can do with his role.
I think he's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
they have co-starring Adria Jorna. I think it's how you say her name. I had to look it up. I always get it wrong. She's usually fantastic, so I'm really curious. Like she might be a fucking serial killer-ish type person or something. I'm a little curious where this goes. This is gonna be maybe a streamer for me personally, but we'll see. I don't know. Curious
possibly me too, depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Transformers 1. It's an animated film.
Did not see this coming.
I know.
But, go ahead.
Like at first I was like, oh, teenager Optimus and his buddy Megatron. And I was like, eh. And then I was like, you know what? Could be fun. And you know who's on board? Danita Rose. She's like, can't wait. She's like, Dad, can we see the young Transformers? I'm like, it's not out yet. Let's go. She's like, choo 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 choo.
Wow.
She's making sound effects and shit. Yeah, so it looks fun. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of weird to think of robots as they grow, kind of age. I don't know.
They can't transform yet. They're just like it's Optimus and Megatron are friends in this one, and it's like this is different, and it looks very kiddie. Like it looks like it's literally aiming at like 6 to 10-year-olds or something. Is it
the animation, right? Did it look dated to you? Like it was like
the visually it looks, I think, really odd because the actual the models like they use and like the light, everything looks flat and just like not a lot of detail. It looks like they got the actual toys themselves, like the old low resolution type toy, and they made a cartoon out of that. And you're like, that looks kind of dull. I thought it looked like there's a big lack of detail. Like Michael Bay's films have too much detail. I'm like, is that his face? What is that?
Yeah.
Versus this looks like a patch, and a patch, and that's like all you get for a face. And you're like, okay, that's weird. And they all talk like, hey guys, how's it going? Oh yeah, we're doing some transforming. All right. And I'm like, who?
You did that perfectly.
What? It threw me off, and I was like, okay, definitely like more of a streaming
You
thing,
think
not
it'll
even a
go
rental
straight to
thing.
Paramount Plus? I didn't even see. Is it
No, it's
coming to
theaters.
theaters? Oh
It's going to
wow,
theaters. That's
man, they're
good.
gonna make some money, man. The kids are gonna be take me.
I think they're trying to get some of that Ninja Turtle money because that was a
Mm,
cool. I think
that
tell you
was
right now,
good.
that's going to probably be much better than this. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, what if I'm wrong? What if this is amazing?
Yeah, whatever you're just hating. Yeah, we're used to
What if? All right. So yeah,
it.
you're going to be dragged to it. I'm going to be curious about when it hits streaming.
Yeah.
All right. What we got next and last?
All right. Next up, M Night Shyamalan's Trap. Trap.
I read about this, like the premise, like a couple weeks ago. They said, "Oh, the trailer's coming soon." I'm like, "That's interesting."
Mm-hmm.
Watch the trailer. I'm like, maybe it's not as interesting as I was hoping. I don't know.
I'm more. I'm more like, did they give too much away in the trailer? Again, another trailer where they just give too
Like
much away.
immediately, like if they
Yeah.
didn't do that, if they just
Yeah.
kept it to like 30 seconds
Yeah.
and just left the premise there, I'd been like, interesting. Maybe I'll see this. And then it goes
Yeah.
into the second half of the trailer, which tells you everything. You're
Yeah.
like, that's
Like, what
kind
are
of
they keeping in their? What's up their sleeves now? You know, it's like,
yeah.
so yeah, they could have just been like showing him running around the stadium. Maybe they kidnapped his daughter. Maybe, you don't know what's going on. I kind of feel that way about that trailer, Abigail. Like they showed way too much of that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, they
yeah.
just could have kept it to the kidnapping, and then the other stuff could have been a surprise.
Yeah, and it would have been a
But
lot
we'll
of fun.
see. It's definitely not going to be a theater one for me. This one, unless it's
I'm
got
not even
like awesome word of mouth.
I'm not even sure this is gonna be a streamer one for me, because unless it's got awesome word of mouth.
Yeah.
Man. Anyways. All right. Well,
Well,
good
that
luck,
does it for
Shyamalan.
trailers this week.
Yes. News time?
Yeah, news
News time?
time.
All right, let's get into some news.
First up, man, Sony interested in making a bid for Paramount.
They've been trying to sell or spin off Paramount for a while.
Yeah.
Different groups keep coming in. One of Paramount's partners teamed up with some like bank or financial institution to try to buy Paramount. And now Sony is teaming up with some other group. I don't know if it's like just a bunch of BS trying to like get some stock,
Mm-hmm.
going up there, but I don't know. Sony's doing just fine on their own. They're the only smart ones to not do a streamer. They don't have to like overcommit resources and money to something that may or may not work well.
Mm-hmm.
They just sell all their stuff to Netflix and they're sitting pretty. You know what I mean? Like these other guys are like fighting tooth and nail for streaming. Sony's just like, have fun.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's terrible when these studios merge, like Fox being bought by Disney. Terrible because you get happy. You get like they just cut an entire slate of films you'll never get to watch. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
cool stuff that you might have, like all these really cool scripts, not going to get made because Disney can only make so many films a year versus Disney and Fox are making double the amount of films per year separately to compete. Now there's no competition, and that's not cool for the consumers. We get like way less choice, and now if Sony and Paramount merge, even less of a fucking choice, which really sucks. So
Yeah.
I am all against it, but hey, see what happens.
See what happens. All right. Next up, we got a little show called Fallout. Got renewed for season 2. Wow.
I saw that they filmed, I think, like on the East Coast. I want to say Atlanta-ish area or something on the first season, and they're already setting up to shoot in California second season. So
Mm-hmm.
they're going for it. And I think I've only watched 2 episodes ish, 1.5, and it's awesome. And I want to keep watching it. So I mean, you could really get into it. But your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to. They definitely, left it open for season 2. So, yeah.
Oh, you watched it all already?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Shit, I didn't know that. All right, I'll do some catch up.
Yeah. You're
This
busy
next
with your
one,
little British shows.
there's a lot of tea to be drink, bro. There's a lot of tea. Someone's got to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of teabagging going on over there.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Oh.
All right.
All right,
Here we
moving
go.
on to I don't know if that's good kind of news. Quentin Tarantino scraps his movie critic movie.
I'm so curious. Like, I had to,
Yeah. Kind of late in the game.
Dude, they were already set. They were already given financing and they had sets and they were pretty far ahead. Like they're ready to go. And then he just wasn't feeling it. And I didn't know it was starring Brad Pitt. Did you know it was supposed to be starring Brad Pitt as a version of Cliff Booth again? Like it's like
Yeah,
a I didn't know it was like a borderline sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was like,
yeah.
what?
That's one of the last rumors I heard
Yeah.
that I
And
read.
then I gotta tell you though, I'm kind of happy because I was like, this is his last movie, movie critic. What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want him to go swinging hard, and this didn't have the feel for swinging hard. So dude, what if he's like, you know what? What if
Do you
Kill
think
Bill
that's
3?
what was going on through him? Is like, man, this is not me.
Yeah. I think
She wants more
he's sticking to
violence.
his 10. He wants number 10 and he wants it to be go out hard. And I think this might not be it, but you know what could be it? Kill Bill 3. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Tell me that would not be a mic drop of his last film.
Man, dude, but it's like it's got so much up to live to, dude. It's just like,
You could do
oh,
it.
I'd be so nervous the whole time. I'd just be nervous, and it could be like potential, like a huge letdown. I don't even know if I want that because what if I go and then like how people go watch Star Wars and they get let down every time. I don't want to do that. I don't even care about Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, but this guy's got integrity. So we'll see.
Yeah. All
So
right. We'll see.
we'll
It's gonna be
see.
interesting.
We'll keep following. All right. Far away.
Yeah.
All right, I can take this
A24.
one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Um, Netflix and A24, the production company, are under fire this week for using AI generated images in a documentary on Netflix. What Jennifer did, and A24 for Civil War advertising. Apparently, they were AI generating a bunch of like um stills to for all the socials, you know what I mean, and putting like Civil War, and they were showing all this crazy stuff that didn't actually happen in the film, and they're like using AI just to cheaply make these images that don't exist in the film, and people were watching the movie and they're like, "What the hell? None of that's in the movie." And Netflix used them during a documentary of all things, like they were trying to show the portrait of a character, like a person who was accused of murder, and they're showing like all these different like, who is this person? And it turns out a lot of like this footage that they're showing, like these stills, aren't real. Like they use like fake photographs of this person to try to show who this person is, and it's all fake. And they got called out for it. And what do you think?
I think that's gonna become the norm. You know what I'm saying? I think people are gonna just start using it and there's no regulations, right? So
Not currently.
so I think it's just gonna be, what people want to do. And if it's
My
cheaper, then they'll
my
just do
counter
it.
argument, sure. My counter argument, yeah, they could have someone like an artist in Photoshop or something create these ads on their own. At the same time, now it's going to get so overused because they're just like clicky, clickly, click, click,
Hmm.
click, click, and output a ton of stuff for cheap, and it's going to keep happening. Yeah, but it happening in documentary, that seems unethical to me, like totally unethical. Like if you're
Yeah.
presenting a story that's factual, don't use some AI shit to try to skew things one way or another. Like that's disingenuous.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, and it's a serious subject, right? The what was it
Oh
called?
yeah, what Jennifer did. It's
Mm,
about some murders. It's like
mm.
what the shit.
Yeah, that's kind of shady.
Yeah. So weird stuff. But yeah, so there's that. I don't know. Keep an eye on that, folks. We'll bring you more information as that kind of crap keeps happening. All right. And the last story. Here we go. This is just kind of a stupid one.
Citadel Riders, the major hit, set for Space Mountain.
They're gonna make a Space Mountain movie over at Disney, and they hired writers for it. So the
They made a
question is,
Jungle Cruise movie. Bro, they don't give a fuck. They just gonna make dumb shit.
what the hell could a story be for Space Mountain? What do you think? Total Recall?
I don't know, dude. They've done all these, the Haunted Mansion, all these rides, it's like, who knows? Space Mountain, let me see. It's a secret organization that that gets through the mountain really fast, and it has like a lot of A lot of turns and twists, and the lights go out.
Good one. Very good.
You're welcome.
Whew, that you dug deep for that one. Jesus. You all right? Need a break? You'll be all right.
There's a little smoke coming out. I can feel it.
You needed some towel off. Maybe towel off a little bit. I don't know.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah.
You like the Jungle Cruise, so fuck off.
It was fun.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Fun.
It's called Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, in a jungle.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good. Good. Shall we?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Before I tear you up some more. Let's go.
All right. Now getting into the what we watched.
Okay.
Holy. You ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. I'm stretching it out for a second here. Shogun, episode 9. Only one left. I think it airs tonight at midnight, so watch it tomorrow. Overall thoughts before we get into spoilers.
I feel like they're getting better. I don't know. Like, I thought the previous episode was also my favorite episode, you know? It might still be my favorite, but this one was just big. Dude, it was big, you know? And I'm like, things were happening, you know? They went to the capital, right? And like Ishido was like, you know, simmer down, and she's like, don't tell me what to do, you know? And a lot of shit was going down. There's a lot of like, and it's funny how much we're reading this, right? But there's so much like, they're doing so much with their faces and just their long stares and stuff. Like they're emoting so much. You're
it's
like,
not just that, but like in the properness of what they do. Like if someone turns left instead of right at someone, that means something. We don't full on understand all of it, but you feel it. You're like, oh damn! Like when Marioko refused the tea or the teeth situation, you know, Mariko. I always get that girl. When she refused like the whole tea thing, that was like a stab in the heart. Bro, you know what I mean? It's like, woo. But man, shit like that. But yeah, I think it's just let's get into a little bit of some spoilers here. Gonna mentally prepare. Okay. Gonna start the spoiler clock. Here we go. We're right before we cut back in with spoilers. All right. Everyone fast forward 5 minutes for spoilers for it. Start the spoiler clock now.
Mariko-sama! What's happening? I can't do this. Can't do this without you.
I just need a minute. I need a minute. It's gonna be okay. It's just a show. It's just a show.
Oh my goodness.
It's a show. It's not real.
She didn't blow up into a million pieces. She did it.
She's fine. Did it. She's okay.
Mariko-sama's okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
all right.
Compose myself. Okay, the spoilers. 5 minutes. Spoilers.
Here we go.
Okay.
And we're good.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
I didn't know they were gonna blow her up. That's my thoughts. I'm like, dude, what are they doing? And I'm like, they're getting away. She's been in peril the whole episode. You know what I'm saying? Just like
several episodes.
And I'm like, dude, and I'm just like, Toranaga just saying her that. I'm like having like conflicted feelings about Toranaga, dude. Like, and it's all part of this big master plan and shit. I'm like, does he really feel horrible? And it's one of those things where, like, in the moment, you're like, you know, it's 1 for a million, you know, like, I don't know those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I know Mariko-sama. With her little steps, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah. So I was surprised, to say the least.
Dude, how tense were you feeling when she was about to get her head cut off? And the dude didn't even show up to be her second.
Yeah.
And then Blackthorn's like, I'll be your second. I was like, oh.
Bro, I was tripping when the motherfuckers were shooting the arrows. I'm like, that arrow was close. too close. And she's like taking little baby steps. Who is that guy? Legolas up there, man? Is Legolas up there shooting these arrows? What the? Dude, I wanted to slap some archers.
It was that scene and the head cut offs, and then she was about to get sacrificed. And like, okay, we made it. And then the fuck.
And those people on the ledge were like, "You can't hurt her. You can't touch her." And they're the guards were like, "We don't give a fuck." You know, they're like cutting her. Man, they were gonna mess her up
big time. Man, I just that. But then like, what's his name? The fucking guy's always like, oh, the other Japanese guys. Yeah, I always get his name wrong. That fucker, man, he's always going back and forth. I'm still
when you open those things,
and the ninjas ran in. You're like, fuck. But then he was with them in the little fucking garden shed when it was going to blow up. Like, wait a minute,
he had to play the part, man. He woke everybody up, remember? And he was like, "Oh, somebody's here," and then everybody got up. And then he started running with it would have been too weird if he wasn't with them.
At the same time, like he could have just hung out in the castle. I don't know. But yeah, it depends if his other job was.
I don't think if he wasn't there, then Toranaga would have been like, "Oh, he's the one that opened the door." Like Toranaga just figured his shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's more to it. But fuck, that's all I have to say, man. I was like, I don't need this shit, dude. We had to watch like 30 minutes of Saturday Night Live clips of Ryan Gosling after that episode ended because we were like not well. We were not well. Yeah. We were so like just like, oh god, got it. And
yeah,
there's no way she lived. Like there's no way.
I'm like, bro, in the fire, I saw her spirit come out. Come on, dude. Like there was an explosion, and then like a little bitty piece of her torso and her face came right at the camera. What do you mean she's alive? She's not alive, bro.
No, I said there's no chance. Like maybe they're gonna do some Hollywood shit. But
no, but you over there kind of like it sounded like you were like, oh, maybe there's hope she's alive. I'm like, there's zero chance. Zero.
Like, why didn't she let him put the shit in front of the door? But I don't know. She saw
it's her moment. This is her like good death to her. You know
that was her Emmy. You know, she's like, fuck it, give me my Emmy now.
Yeah,
man.
Mariko-sama.
Super
Mariko-sama.
Mariko-sama. That's all I want to get into, man. I can't go any further. I'm so looking forward to this episode. We're going to talk a lot about the season in the next episode.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's easily top 3, possibly maybe how they land the plane could be the show of the year so far. I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of shit to do and it's only one episode left.
I thought, okay, question, motherfucking Crimson Sky. Where the fuck was Crimson Sky in this episode? Like the whole time, like, here comes the Crimson Sky to save the fucking day. Nope. Yeah. Nope. Like, motherfuckers, why did you even call it Crimson Sky? I just kept yelling at the TV when they were about to chop her head off, like, Crimson Sky now. Nothing.
No, maybe that's her death is in this. That's the Crimson.
Stop being poetic. I don't.
Bro, she's a poet. She like, here's a poem. She's giving out poems left and right, bro. She's a poet.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Spoiler clock is done. All right. Hanging in from that one, we're going straight to, maybe a happier episode of
cartoons.
X-Men 97. Yeah, how bad could it be, right?
It's cartoons.
Episodes, 5 and 6 we're going to talk about right now?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too spoily, but I'm starting the spoiler clock. Anyone just want to listen to this, fast forward 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Spoiler clock is going for 5 minutes, everyone. Here we go.
Not Gambit.
I can't keep doing this, bro. I can't keep doing this.
Every time. Why are you doing this to us, man? What did we do to deserve this?
I don't even know. I was just watching the cartoon and I was like, here comes the save.
He's one of the cool guys.
He's going to save the whole thing. He didn't save it. He kind of saved it.
He kind of saved the thing.
He did it.
But he did it. Oh my goodness.
And then who knew he had that?
He sacrificed himself.
Damn it. We already knew you.
Rest in peace.
Clean yourself up, people. Clean yourself up.
Gotta hold it together for Gambit.
Okay.
Oh, he wanted was Rogue. He just wanted some Rogue.
Okay.
Ooh.
Breathe.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh. All right.
Episode 5.
Yeah. Some stuff
Sons
happened.
of bitches. Sons of bitches.
Who knew that it was going to take a fucking Kakaro's fucking sentinel to just fuck it all up? Bro.
Good writing. Everything
In the
was
writing room, they're like, oh, oh man, there was like 100 sentinels. You know, you just need one cockroach sentinel. Wow.
stab, stab, stab. You're like, what?
Yeah. 3-headed cockroach sentinel.
My name's Gambit. Remember it. Like, Let go.
That was hard.
He went out like a G. That was, dude.
Yeah.
Is this a kid show?
Hey, there was a lot of like, I thought I was watching a telenovela, like a novela kind of shit, the first 4 episodes, then they send the kid away and this and that, and everything. Some people are missing. They're going to come back.
They set you up with a
and then,
half episode of like Mojo World. You're like, oh, this is kind of fun. This is different.
Yeah. And then everything goes to shit. Like everything. Just everything, dude. Then Cable comes back. Sorry, Mom. What? Bro. Like, what the fuck is happening? It was a lot.
It's crazy how like the first 6 episodes, you can even say 5 episodes of this animated show, probably better than 90% of everything Marvel's turned out in the last like 5 or 6 years. I don't even know. I don't know.
I have to rewatch it just because I was so invested in it. But when it was happening, did it look like the 90s animation did it just grab us, or like did they pull some sort of trick where they updated the animation style?
I think it did. I noticed. I was like, this is like way better. They're doing some
because it wasn't like some cut out kind of shit motherfucker just moving. It was like fluid and just like, whoa, what's happening right now? And then you got Gambit just riding out like a G.
Wow. The right motorcycle. He was holding his own against these bastards, like saving folks. Like it was a great episode. And then all of a sudden, all
of a sudden, mega sadness.
I'm like, and not just that. In episode 6, fucking Xavier comes back, and then but he's not back yet. He's like on his way to return, and that was a pretty.
How weird was that? Episode. That it went from that to that. Was that weird? There was like zero transition. It was just like
weird.
You're like, for me, I watched it one after the other. So, and it was like, I'm like, oh, getting my shit together because I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? And then it's half Xavier, half Storm, and you're like, what the fuck? This is not. I mean, it was good because I like how Xavier shit ended up, but at the same time, when they were like, yeah, you just gotta forget everybody and everything, and it's like,
yeah, I was like, damn, they're
my X-Men. You're like, what the fuck?
Pretty cool. All right, I think we're getting.
Did you enjoy it? Did you like episode 6?
I did. It was cool. It was different. And now I'm like, episode 7 is gonna bring the pain. Holy shit!
Is it 8 or 10 episodes?
I don't know. We'll find out.
10. I hope it's 10. Give us 10.
All right, we're leaving the spoiler zone now. Good. Mm-hmm. All right, we're out of the spoiler zone for X-Men.
You're such a crybaby.
Oh, I'm not crying. You're crying. All right. Real quick. Netflix has a documentary, What Jennifer Did. I ended up watching it last week. It's an hour and a half, which is nice for documentary. Maybe even less than that, hour 20. It's about some folks that got murdered in some small town in Canada, and they're trying to solve it and figure it out. And most of the footage of the episode, the documentary, is like police interview footage, and you get to kind of start seeing what's going on. They start breaking stuff down. It's kind of interesting. Like they really start talking to the investigators, and kind of keeps going and starts to unravel. It's a pretty okay documentary. I think it was like it could have been 45 minutes, not an hour 20, and it was interesting, but it's not like shocking. You're like, yeah, no shit when you get to the end. You know what I mean? But it's really cool seeing like folks being interviewed and you're like, I don't think they're being very truthful. And you can see how like they kind of twist and turn and
Yeah.
the investigators start asking all the questions and they start getting into things. You're like, that's interesting. That's interesting. You're like, but what if this one thing happens? Like this first thing in the beginning, I'm like, why don't they just talk to that guy, ask him some questions, and you'll probably have all your answers. And of course, like in the last 5 minutes, you're like, so we asked the one guy the right question and he told us everything. And I was like, no shit. But it's all right. And this is the documentary that they used AI footage or
Yeah,
stills
that you
of,
were
of
talking about
her
earlier. Yeah.
that makes like highly questionable, a little dubious, but it's fine of a documentary. You're just not going to blow your mind. There's way better crime documentaries out there, anyways. Like American Nightmare, that shit was fucking crazy. Uh, anyways, but there you go. If you want something on Netflix, watch American Nightmare. Not what Jennifer did. Not that great. All right, let's move on. Oh, I watched something else too.
Yeah.
A Gentleman in Moscow. I only know about this because Christina read a book by the same author that she really likes. And she's like, hey, this has got turned into a show. And it's pretty good. It stars Ewan McGregor, and apparently his wife shows up, his real life wife, who I think is completely out of place in this show. But it's about the Russian Revolution, like 1920. And he's kind of like a royalty type person, account or some shit. And the party does this and that. His whole family's in exile. His titles, his lands are all gone. So now he's forced to live at a hotel. And that's like he's like imprisoned in the hotel as kind of like his last form of respect for like what he did for the country. Like, we're gonna let you live at this really nice hotel until you die, but you're not allowed to leave the hotel grounds. And it's just basically stories within the hotel. And he keeps running into different people, different historical type figures, and it kind of opens up and it's interesting. And they get into like his background and like the social class and all the crazy shit that's happening. And he's very artistic and he likes food. And it's totally watchable, but it's not like mind blowing. It's kind of like a nice, easy watch. The historical shit behind it is pretty interesting because like you never really think about 1920s Russia. They fucking killed a whole bunch of people. Um, and strangely enough, yeah, I don't know why all the characters have British accents in Russia. That's a little odd, but there you go. It's worth watching. It's not amazing. I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but it's like good enough. And it's a really good looking show. It's got a lot of texture, and the hotel's really interesting in design. All these different characters come through, and it's all right. Not bad. Not bad. Middle of the list. Middle of the list. Say it, motherfucker. You're waiting to say something. I can see your face is like little tomato about to burst.
Oh, fucker. Dude, that was like, so basically it's like watching a bad Terminal movie. I don't know.
That's exactly what I told Christina. I'm like, this is just like the terminal. It's not as fun. There's no gift shops. There's no
No.
Borders of Barnes and Noble.
Fuck off. All right.
Okay, let's move on.
I saw the trailer and I'm like, because I like Ewan McGregor and I'm like, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, but I don't know. There's too much shit to watch. I'm not gonna waste my time.
Yeah, there's other stuff. It's fine.
All right. Something came out on Shudder, which is Creepy Corner Station for all you Creepy Corner homies.
Is that a streaming thing?
Yeah, but if you get AMC Plus, it comes with it.
Oh, I'm going to get AMC Plus soon because I want to watch. There's this mystery murder thing from the creator of Renegade. Nell has this. What the fuck is it?
Also, the Gangs of London are on there.
Oh, damn! I really want to watch that. No, I have to get AMC Plus. But yeah, there's like a mystery murder show. It took place over 3 seasons. People say it's amazing. Happy Valley. I want to watch Happy Valley. Anyways, I just hijacked you. Continue, sir. Late night with the devil.
Late Night with the Devil. We watched it. Aesthetically, man, it was great. It looked great. It had the vibes. It had a lot of stuff, but it was just not quite there. It was like, I feel like some of the writing could have been a little bit better. Like us caring about the little girl and like whatever was going on with that situation, I think wasn't there. So I personally wasn't really invested in. I was just there for the gore, I guess, or for the scary shit, but I didn't really care about anybody. So I think that's part of the writing's fault. So Yeah, but I mean, it looked cool and they had some cool stuff. The premise was pretty dope, and then there was a little bit some overacting by some of the characters, but yeah, it was
How,
all right.
how did you like the lead? That's like his first lead role, I think.
I liked him. I enjoyed him.
David Deschamps. I always get his
Yeah,
name wrong.
yeah,
He's
he
been
was the
around
strongest
forever. He's
actor
great.
available,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
there. So kudos to him. I think he did a good job. Just some of the side characters, like the little girl that's possessed, and then um there's this other guy. He's trying to debunk the whole thing, right? Like, oh, this is fake, and I'll show you because supposedly he hypnotizes people, and that's more of an honest trade than pretending that he's possessed. Somebody's possessed by a demon, and he hammed it up, but he had some pretty cool scenes with him, like another character that's basically the sidekick for the night host for the host. So
Okay.
it was it was interesting. It could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot worse.
It seems like it's like worth a view for once out of curiosity.
Yeah. Just to see what happens. But it's
All
not
right.
like Talk to Me or even like I really think
First
the
Omen.
first Omen, dude. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
you were
really good.
sending me.
Yeah, because you're a little Rotten Tomatoes whore, and I sent you the score. So yeah.
You know what? Here you go. Good job.
Ah, wow, wow. Really gonna
Woo.
do that, huh? Wow,
All
good
right.
job.
Shall
Fuck
we get out
off.
of this one?
Yeah, go. What's
All
next?
right. Next, we finished watching Renegade Nell. 8 episodes. That shit flies, man. Have you watched any yet?
No,
You fucking idiot.
let's.
That show is good. It's good. I
It
was
looks like
pretty happy.
all the scenes that weren't in Damsel were in Renegade now.
Who?
Damsel.
The fuck is that?
Da-
Oh, damsel. No. This had a story. This has pacing. This has like a beginning, middle, and end. You care about these characters. I'm telling you,
oh
man, this is
sure.
a really solid show. The end kind of gets you. You're like, oh yeah. Like, dude, I'm telling you, there's like parts of it's got some Pirates of the Caribbean vibes in there. It's got some Lord of the Rings like evil shit happening. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this the show goes places that you don't expect. Now, super
It's a
excited.
bullshit town.
Bullshit town, not your fucking hometown. All right. So, anyways,
Yeah. All right. Speaking
solid
of
show.
bullshit town,
Solid
fucking
show.
somebody was, fucking just knob slobbing some fucking Argyle last week. Just like just going, it's a cartoon, it's your brain off, and you're happy, bro. I don't know. I I can't process your bullshit a lot of the times. So I'll just go with like the problems I had with this. It's just like this director. I really like some older stuff, but it's like when you found out that like, hey, I can just use a computer to do everything. It's like this motherfucker. Like, was anything shot on location? It's just like everything, dude. Like like, do you really need to generate a house with a computer? And then the car in the driveway, like in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, it just looks so tacky, and everything, dude. It was just it took away from me. Like I like dumb shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like the fakeness of it.
Sure.
It just like make it good. Make it like substance. Like like I could have touched that smoke, or somebody could have walked through the smoke, but there was no smoke. It was just people coloring over shit, and like, it was just so fake. And I just couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't get into it. Everything was fake.
That was one of my big. That was like one of the first things I commented that it bothered me how they went from uh, the fictional world. You know what I mean? Like the stylized fictional world. Like, I'll give that all a pass visually, and then they go into the real world, and the real world is like almost just as stylized as the fictional world and cartoony, and especially towards the end, it's 100% like cartoony. And I'm like, if they had just got it like harder core, just like you said, more grounded and like not crazy colorful, it became more of a hardcore action film. I think it would have been even better. I
Or
enjoyed how stupid it
get
was.
us a real smoke machine, bro.
Yeah, I
You
suppose
know what
so.
I'm saying? Like instead of having like obviously fake smoke, you
Yeah,
know. Never
yeah.
mind that it's like the every fucking color of the fucking sky under the sky. You know,
There's a lot,
there's a
but it's a
lot more
cartoon.
like the backpack that the cat's in. I don't think
Yeah,
it's a real cat. It definitely wasn't
you
real
don't say.
plastic. It wasn't a real plastic cover on the cat.
No,
I'm like, dude, so everything was fake, and then that's why I'm like, kudos to the actors, man, that can just act like in front of a screen and try to breathe some life into some of this stuff, you know? Because I mean, Sam Rockwell is not a slouch. You know what I'm saying? That guy
dude.
is
Tell me
like,
you didn't laugh at least a pretty decent amount for hit like
I
random
didn't
Sam
fucking
Rockwell.
laugh. I laughed at the bullshit. Like I didn't laugh at the jokes. I'm just like, man, I'm just thinking like, oh, he's so. I was just going through his movies in my head. I'm like, oh, Moon's really good. You know, like I would just drift off, be like, the first time I saw him was in Green Mile, or you know, just I just kept going through shit because the movie was bullshit, and I just couldn't, man. And
Just
then
gotta
like,
let go. You gotta let your inner kid inside, give him a little hug, and watch a
bro, I tell
cartoon.
you that every fucking week, and then you're like, now, fucking Metallica, you know, and you don't. But for some reason, this actor, I'm like this director. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But
I
anyways,
can, I
the
can see
movie
how
was bullshit.
it did not connect with a lot of folks, but some folks connected with it. And I thought it was hilarious. So screw you. Shall we move on?
Yes, let's move on. Cause
Okay.
all right, next up, man, we got new to the list. First up, we got the Jinx podcast.
What the fuck is that?
Did you ever watch the documentary? Speaking of good crime documentaries, The
Okay.
Jinx. You ever watch that? It's like 3 or 4 years old, maybe.
Sounds familiar.
Hurst, I think that's his name. Hurst. He was like
Okay.
he his friend. He murdered somebody, right? As a friend of his, and
Okay.
but he had gotten away with it.
Okay.
And then, but every evidence would come back and kind of like point his direction,
Yeah.
but he would just beat it. He'd always beat it, you know?
You'd be like Neo in the Matrix, like,
Yeah. He would
boom.
just, beat it. Like, like, oh yeah, but then he would have an alibi or this and that. And, he would just beat it. And then like, and the documentary was about him kind of like, hey, about, oh, you're a friend. And, oh yeah, I loved her, this and that. I would never hurt her, this and, you know, but at the end, there was a twist at the end. I don't want to spoil it because you need to watch it. But anyways, this is part 2, and I'm curious to see how they do it.
So it's on at HBO. It's like, it's not a podcast. It's like a show.
Yeah, it's a documentary, but I think this guy heard that they're making it into a podcast. So he's like, because he wants to tell you, bro. It's like one of these guys that are like, he thinks he's so smart that he's got everything figured out where he's not going to reveal anything to you. So he's like,
Oh,
oh
those are the
yeah, like,
fun crime ones.
yeah. Dude, watch it. Watch the first episode. You'll be like, what? It's
Okay.
pretty crazy.
All
Yeah.
right.
Anyway, so that's
Right.
coming out on HBO. And then the next one, Cat Williams has a stand-up coming out on May 4th,
How
which is going to
excited are
be
you?
really interesting after his little meltdown on Club Shay Shay like two,
So
three
what was
weeks
that
ago.
exactly? I forgot. I saw some stuff on it. I didn't 100% follow it. He was complaining about something.
Oh, well, he basically lit everybody up in Hollywood where he was on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and it's
Mhm.
called Club Shay Shay. And
Okay.
they were drinking cognac and stuff like that. And he was just like, oh, yeah. He's talking about a lot of like black comedians that they make them wear dresses and blah, blah, blah. And you never see me in a dress. And like, Big Mama's house, or like, people dressing up and like, oh, he was trying to like
Like
basically,
acting.
huh?
Like acting.
No, he was trying to say that that was part of the deal for them, except for him. He didn't have to do that. And then he was just throwing names out, man, and just talking so much shit about everybody. And it kind of was like, it lit a fire in everybody. And so
Was he calling them sellouts? Is what you're saying?
yeah, sellouts, or they're part of like the 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 big, or like the whole Epstein thing, and
Ooh,
what's the guy,
I gotta find that now.
Weinstein
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, he said that Weinstein tried to suck his dick, and oh, oops, yeah,
yeah. All right.
he was saying all kinds of crazy.
I don't want to watch that one.
He was saying all kinds of crazy stuff, bro.
Okay. Well,
And now
special.
he's got a special coming out. So, yeah, we'll see what he says on it.
All right. And that's on May 4th. Really soon. May the 4th be with you. Watch some Cat Williams comedy.
Yeah, May the 4th.
All right.
Free comic book day.
On. All right. Oh, we'll talk about that too beforehand. All right. Moving on, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Time for Bestie Worstie. Here we go, man. Do you want to go? You want me to go first?
I'll go. My bestie. Simple. Shogun. It made me have the feels. It made me feel. And when a show makes me feel, especially hurt and like angry and sad and heartbroken all in one, you did a good job. Terrible, but you did a good job. Oh. So yeah, there you go. Shogun, episode 9.
All right. Well, my bestie was gonna be the same thing, and just to switch it up a little bit, then I'm gonna zag, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna be bestie reality TV. Survivor's really good right now, and Amazing Race is really good right now, and the Challenge All Stars is really good right now. So just for all my people that watch reality TV,
we don't cover a lot. We don't cover a lot of that. Maybe I don't know. Listeners, let us know if you want us to cover that more. You could talk about it more, and I can give you shit for it, or maybe I'll watch an episode or two. I don't know.
You should. It's like a Survivor, man. Like something happened at the last tribal council that never happened before. So, it was pretty interesting. Like, what the fuck?
Did the Undertaker show up? Because that would have been interesting.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Boom.
Because you would have been like, this is the greatest show ever.
First, I would have pulled my pants. And then I would be like, hey, Undertaker. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Have you seen him in real life?
Yeah, at the Comic-Con.
He's huge.
Dude, he was like surrounded by like really big ass security guards.
Yeah.
I remember we were like an aisle or two away. He was like 100 feet away. And he was still like towering on top of like these big security guards. They were like children standing next to him. I was like, what do you guys, what? This guy is his own.
And like in regular clothes, he looked like he just got let out of prison too. It's like, whoa, it's just scary.
Massive human, right?
Don't fuck with that guy. All right. Well, moving on to Worstie. Worstie for me, I gotta say, it's been a rough sports week for this guy. I can just tell you how many. Like, I think if I cheered for you, you lost. Let me tell you that much, bro, because Barcelona is out of the Champions League, and that was Tuesday. And then for a nightcap on Tuesday, the Warriors got eliminated from basketball playoffs. So there's 2 tournaments out. And then Sunday, it was Barcelona versus Real Madrid, which is El Clásico, like the key matchup in soccer during a regular season. And we lost that to some bullshit. So it's been a rough week for your boy. Good. It's the worst thing.
Something's good will happen. Maybe next week something good will happen for you.
But I just think because it was bound to happen. I mean, the Warriors were destroying everybody for years, and Barcelona was destroying everybody for years, and now it's like for us to get
the tides are shifting.
Yeah, it's like it's cyclical. It's not going to last forever, and while it's there, you enjoy it. And now
ask the Patriots.
Everything tastes like ass. No thanks.
All
I was
right.
gonna say Salt, but I didn't think Salt was bad enough. So I went, and then I think I overcorrected.
Yeah. Salty ass. Good job, dude.
Yeah, you're welcome. You got to work on your
Whew.
production skills, buddy.
Yeah, getting there. My
What's your
worstie,
worsty?
my worstie is the last few minutes of Shogun. I'm gonna give it the whole shit.
Oh,
It's my
bro,
best and my
you can't
worst.
do Bestie and Worsty the same thing.
It
I
was a
guess you can
hard
do
come
whatever you
down.
want.
That was a hard come down.
Yeah.
That was told you we had to watch like 30 minutes of like comedy to try to like bring ourselves back. We watched it at night, like late at night before going to sleep. And like
Ooh, good for
we were n-
you.
we were not in a good place to go to
You
sleep.
want a
I don't want to
cookie?
go to bed fucking punching pillows and shit. So it was like, so yeah, that was
Yeah.
tough. That was the
But
worst.
sometimes you could have just gone to bed and spooned each other and be like, oh,
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all
Mariko
right.
casa, Mariko sama.
That was tough. I want to see what that actress is gonna do next.
She showed up on I think on the Stephen Colbert show.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know
Yeah.
what's going to be happening next. Anyways, all right. Shall we
Mhm.
move on?
Oh yeah. Time for our world famous double feature. Bum, 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 bum. And because we got our heart broken so many times this week, why Gambit and Mariko Sama? But why? But anyways, we're gonna go with Heartbreaker themed
Yes.
movies.
What broke our hearts? I had two in mind. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
one is like just maybe a little too much. One like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like wrecked me sitting in the film. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not okay. And it's an
Mm-hmm.
underrated film, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
I have another one that's like very popular film, but that fucking fucked me up too. But I want you to go
Mm-hmm.
first. I went first last week. You can go first.
Yeah. I think I went with recency. So most recent heartbreak that I was not expecting because I didn't know what's gonna happen was A Star Is Born. I gotta say
Mm.
that shit broke my heart because I didn't know. I knew it was a remake, and I didn't watch any of the or other films. But I was like, damn, I feel so bad, dude. I was like, and then like when he said goodbye to his brother and the thing, and then my guy Sam Elliott was like, "Oh, gotta go." He pulled out of there quick before he got before he got an emotion. He fucking put that shit in reverse, and I was like, "Oh!" And then all of a sudden, we knew what's gonna happen, and it
And then like
happens.
the song afterwards, like get
Yeah,
in, you're like, "Mm."
yeah, that was
Yeah,
tough.
that was a tough one. You know what? I'm not gonna go the super dark one.
Do it.
I'm gonna light it up just a touch because I've only seen this other film once, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna go with this other film. I'm gonna go with The Departed.
Mm,
Man, that hit hard. Like
yeah.
you're doing good. You're hanging out okay, and then all of a sudden, fuck, across your fucking face. Like, did someone just fucking slap the shit out of
Yeah.
me? Yeah, Martin Scorsese slapped the shit out of me in the theater,
Yeah.
nonetheless. And I was like,
I didn't think I
oh,
could hate Matt Damon like to this movie. You know, I was like, I fucking hate that guy. You know, like I didn't know I was a Leo guy either. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, what the fuck? And then, man,
that shit,
yeah,
that shit hit hard. That was like
that shit hit hard.
a little numb, little like,
Yeah,
no, what? No, no. That's all I got to say. That one
yeah.
fucking hit hard. That was a
that was
heartbreaker.
that was a definitely. Oh, in the movie theater, it was loud. It was like, what the fuck?
Dude, people were just like, there was like gasps and
Yeah,
silence and denial. Like, wait, what? You can't do that. Wait, what? Like, do we get the wrong edit of the film? What's going on
yeah.
here? That shit was
So would
gnarly.
you put The Departed second in this one? A Star is Born first? But man, like A Star is Born is just like I don't know because you want the faster one first, right? Don't you
Just
want
rip
to
the band-aid off. This one's like a slow burn into, I mean, A Star is Born is like a slow burn into like,
fucking darkness?
it's good though. But
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Damn.
I don't. I don't recommend watching those back to back. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, do it. Then fill out a paper. Be like, I'm a sociopath.
But before you do that, like and subscribe. Don't forget.
Yeah, please let us know what you like about the show. I think that's it, man. We did another one.
Yes, we did.
We
Good job.
finished.
Good job.
Yeah, good job, man. There's a lot of waterworks going on this episode, but we finally did it.
I think we went
That was
through
a good week.
our budget of paper towels. We blew through it this week.
Yeah, man. Season finale.
We'll talk soon.
We'll talk soon. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's our show. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments or recommendations. Are we missing something you like out there? Let us know. Is there another, what do you call it?
Reality
Renegade
bullshit.
Nell out there?
Ooh, let me know.
Somebody likes that type of shit. That guy. Anyways, let us know. I'm Francisco.
And I'm Andres.
Have a great week. 2 nerds, 1 pot. Vámonos, put on the list. Let's go.